Okay, so once we are done with our lunch, and I'm gonna bring you to the next destination, which is the Danga Bay. So I'm actually pretty curious to find out how Danga Bay is right after COVID-19. So I remember the last time we've been there was like before COVID-19. Okay, let's go. Woo! We are actually taking shelter at this bus stop because of the heavy rain just now. So we are actually about halfway between the KFC at Tulang Laut and the Danga Bay. So there's still some distance to go. In a while we are going to set off. If you look at the road, sometimes the road may not be as even as in Singapore. It can be quite bumpy over here. So that's why sometimes road bikers may find it difficult to cycle on the bumpy road, so mountain bike will actually fare better here. So we are going to set out very soon. We have arrived at this Danga Bay, though not really at where the shops and restaurants, the F&B outlets are, but this place is just mainly residential areas together with shopping centers. So this is, I think, the southern part of Danga Bay, and if you want to go and see the actual amusement park, I think we got to go up north. Okay, so we already arrived at this Danga Bay. Behind me you can see that there's actually an amusement park which I think is closed, and hopefully it's not being closed down, because I can see like some workers, they are there maintaining the machines. So generally the Danga Bay, besides the condominiums, and also the, let's say, the restaurants, it's actually not that populated over here. It's a little bit deserted. Maybe when it comes to nightfall and there may be more people here, especially when it comes to weekends. If there is, like, let's say for example there's those buffet promotional price, maybe like 78 ringgit at the restaurant, maybe more people will come. Yeah. So right now time check is like 4:30 something. I think like maybe 4:30, and it's getting a little bit late, and I will need to turn back to cross the border between Singapore and Malaysia right now. Not right now lah, later lah. Okay, if you look straight ahead of me, that is the Johor Bahru Football Club Academy. So this club JDT is very renowned, especially in Malaysian football, as it has always topped the Super League for 9 consecutive editions and is still going very strong. So this is where the JDT or players will actually train in the world-class facilities in preparation for their matches, whether it's domestic or international. Okay, so before I leave the Johor Bahru back to Singapore, so I would like to bring you to one of the more important landmarks in Johor Bahru. So this is actually the 0 kilometer mark, and this is not only the Johor 0 kilometer mark but also the national 0 kilometer mark. So why is this significant? Because just like how in Rome there's this saying, all roads lead to Rome. In this case, all the roads right in Peninsular Malaysia actually will converge at this place called Johor Bahru, and more likely this is also where the roads begin, and they measure the distance manually. That was last time, but until now they still consider this place as the 0 kilometer mark for not only Malaysia but also for the continental Asia. So if you see behind that, there's this milestone, and they say Singapore is 23 kilometers. Actually, the distance I'm going to cycle back is not 23 kilometers, it's less than that. Actually look straight ahead. And across the street, and you see the HDB buildings. This is actually Singapore, which we are going to cross very soon. Okay, so look in front of me, this is actually the Johor Bahru post office. This is also used as a reference marker to set the 0 km mark for the national roads and even the Asia continent. So if there's a thing that I observed about Johor Bahru, so as compared to Singapore, Johor Bahru is actually located in the southernmost of the continental Asia. I mean the state of Johor rather than Johor Bahru itself, but Singapore is not in continental Asia because Singapore is separated by the Straits of Johor and Singapore's an island. So these are the differences. One is in continental, the other is not. Okay, we have almost arrived at the Johor Bahru checkpoint. So later we will be going the motorcycle lane, which is like the second lane from the left. So we will be beginning the journey across the causeway back from Johor Bahru back to Singapore very soon. Now we have just cleared the Johor Bahru immigration, so we are now on the way to Woodlands checkpoint in Singapore. Okay, 1.1 kilometers away from the Singapore-Malaysia border. You can already start to see the jam in the cars and buses lane. The green sign shows the end of the Plus Highway, and that is the border of the Malaysia and Singapore. It says Sempadan Penyegaran Plus Tamat. We have now crossed the border between Malaysia and Singapore. Welcome back to Singapore. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have already made past the immigration in Singapore. So we are right now at Woodlands. Now this is a very tricky thing. If you go on the speedboat to the left, it goes directly to the Bukit Timah Expressway, which is not allowed for cyclists. So I will have to go to the right. So need to go to the right while making sure that you be careful and not knocked down by those vehicles going. So have to be very careful. So I will demonstrate to you the crossing part. Okay, right now we are at the Woodlands Road. So now I'm gonna make the journey back. Yeah, we are going back home soon. Okay, as such, my first cycling trip to Johor Bahru has ended. So that was also the first time that my bike actually traveled from Singapore to Malaysia. Okay, so with that we have come to the end of this video. So if you like this video, do remember to like and subscribe to my channel for more updates. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.